is Louis Biswane. I am from Suriname. I am a member of the Kaliña and Lokono Indigenous people in Lower Marowijne, the KLIM. I am also a member of the Association of the Indigenous Village Leaders in Suriname, the VITS. And I'm also a second chief in my community, that is Pierre Kondre in Marowijne. Some of the impacts of that mining company to our area is that all the meat that we use, the bush meat, wild meat, fishes, birds, also singing birds, they all went away. So let's say 10 years before the mining started, back then, you could go into the Wanna Creek area and that would be our big supermarket. So we go there, we hunt, we fish, even for one day, and we could turn back home. But because of mining in that area, if you go now, you would see, you wouldn't find any meat. You would find fish, but a small amount, not that we were used to have before. Also, our species that we had there, like medicinal plants, and most of all, the valuable trees we had in that area. You cannot even find a good wanna tree like this. Everything is gone. You have also the loxi tree, we call it, that was also there at the mining area. And if you go there again now, after the mining, there's nothing left for us. Through IPAF and ASI, we came in contact with Mr. Mark Annandale from Australia. So he is working together with us to make this management and rehabilitation plan, put it on paper, exactly the words that we want to put inside, that he has put inside. We are hoping that ASI can support us also to get approval for this plan, this plan can be implemented. The best outcome from the Suriname meeting is that we made an action plan, a rehabilitation and management plan for the Wanna Creek area. It's one of the good outcomes that came out of the IPAF meeting also is that I have been invited to come over here in Perth, Australia, Western Australia, to be part of this annual general meeting of ASI. And we talked about this management plan, this rehabilitation plan. We also did get a tour site visit to one of Alcoa's refinery here in Pinjarra, and also the Huntley mine in this area. So there we saw the way they are rehabilitating the area, and comparing that to what the corporation has done in my country, in my area, it is not the same. So you see, if I had not been here, if I had not seen that with my own eyes, I could never talked about it. So this is one of the good things that happened in relation, IPAF, ASI, and Indigenous people from Suriname. And I'm very honored to be here. It's the first time that I saw also that Indigenous people, corporations, NGOs, and multinationals, upstream industry and downstream industry are sitting together and talking about standards in their company, and it was, for me, it was a very good thing. Indigenous people are friendly people. They don't like trouble, but trouble always comes to them. IPAF itself, in the ASI process, it's already, it's a big step. In this time, you cannot exclude indigenous people of those kind of activities. Biodiversity, human rights, indigenous people are people. They're not some wild meat or, somebody that you can exclude. They're not a big corporation. They're not some big multinational. They're just indigenous people. They have rights to their lands. And everything what happens, every industry, big industry that comes, I think in most of the countries is where indigenous peoples are living. There they have problems with big multinationals, extractive industries, etc. I also like this idea of ASI including indigenous people, because like it was always a top-down approach. This way you don't engage with everybody. You don't engage with indigenous people that way. If you want to engage with indigenous people at a good way, it should have always have to be a bottom-up approach. Then you will get better results. I think it could be also expansion for IPAF members, to have people, voices from those countries, those indigenous people, to also be part of IPAF and ASI.